Okay, we're back, but not with a lot of amazing updates and news, unfortunately. Again, we could have perhaps jumped into, say, Game 2, Bly versus Sake, but if we did, we might miss a fresh best of 3 following. It looks like Billowy did defeat Denver 2-1, so Denver, the French Zerg, did not go down without a fight. He currently waits for the winner of Goblin or Snoot. Currently no idea how that's going. MaNa's still waiting for aLive versus Ziggy, and aLive's been game for a while, actually. It's quite a long game that's happening, but I guess TvT, question mark? Some very interesting news happened during the break, though, and I guess for those who don't really know, Blizzard is not just Blizzard. Blizzard is literally Blizzard Activision, or Activision Blizzard. I don't remember the order, but the point is that they're both the same company, or owned by the same people, or whatever. So what's interesting is, I guess, Destiny 2, everyone's been super hyped and talking about. I know I wanted to play Destiny 1, but I never I didn't want to go and buy a console for it. But apparently Destiny 2 is going to be on the PC, and more importantly, apparently Mike Morhaime just announced that it's going to be available through the Battle.net, which is really fucking cool. So I'm pretty excited for this. Our release date is estimated September. We'll see if that gets pushed back or not. But yo, that could be really, really hype. Like if everyone's like, yo, Rifkin, are you going to swap to Brood War? Like, fuck no, I'm going to play Destiny 2.
It did look kind of fun. I don't know if I'm going to swap it. MaNa and aLive are both ready.
Awesome.
MaNa just needs to join this lobby, the better lobby.
The one with the WCS game heart. Oh, I forgot to swap to Ali's new one. Let me go get that up too. This is like totally beta testing, guys. So if like this new game heart is fucked, A, send your hate to Ali, but secondly, like we're helping him test it with it. Thank you to a Magic Monkey. 29 months in a row. Welcome back and thanks again. Oh man, people are talking. Duddles specifically is talking about a mattress. Yo, I don't know what mattress I was on when we were at Ting, but I died happy in that mattress. Okay, cards on the table here, guys. It's gonna get weird. Deal with it. It took me years before I could ever sleep even without a shirt on. Like I had to be like full pajama. I was full pajamas kid growing up. Like pajamas and the pajama top. Then like as I grew older, I swapped out from the pajama top and I would just wear like a t-shirt in my pajama pants. Okay, cool. And then like only really within the last year I've discovered how nice it is to sometimes just sleep like without a shirt at all, right? I'm not comfortable being a naked guy. Cards on the table. But this bed was so comfortable and so fluffy. I felt naked on it, okay? Like you sunk into this thing and you were like, where am I? I'm floating through eternity. This is so comfortable and amazing. It was the best sleep I've had in years. What hotel was it? Like the Marriott or something? Yeah,
something like that.
It was so comfortable, so nice.
I used to sleep in my day clothes when I was younger. I didn't actually have pajamas.
I've recently learned this day clothes complex thing, and this is like with 3 different women specifically. I've never ever spoken to a guy and heard this being an issue, right? And before I get into this makes sense.
What issue?
I'm not disagreeing with this, but that you should never wear your day clothes in your bed.
Oh.
And this made me kind of go like, huh, what? Because I am a closed-in nerd who sits inside all day. I'm not sitting on buses, and I'm not doing things in public. So, for me, it makes no sense like what the difference of sitting in your bed versus sitting in your chair is. But I guess if you're constantly like out in the subway, and you're sitting on park benches and shit out in public, like, yeah, maybe you don't want to bring that back to your bed, and I get that. But it was so weird because like until like literally the 3 most recent women I met in my life, my roommate and 2 others, I had never realized that this was an issue.
I have more to say about that, but let's do the intros first.
All right, let's see if I can get the name right this time. It's another game and another round here for the Corsair Cup. We're in the round of 8 now, and in the top right side of the map, coming from Korea, we got the blue Terran player aLive.
In the bottom left is the red Protoss. He is Liquid MaNa. Okay, so when I was a kid, I used to like run around and like do stuff, and I was very active. But I always wore clothes that like my mom made, first of all, but they're also very comfy. Like, I don't understand people who want to go to bed in, like, their jeans, right? Like, that would just be uncomfortable.
That's
Sometimes
you've had a few too many drinks and you don't give a
yeah, right?
fuck.
Sometimes I'm kind of lazy. Yeah, exactly. And maybe I'll be tired enough to do it. But it's not the most comfortable thing in the world. Thank you to Asmino63. What's the Z? But I think that it becomes such a thing because usually pajamas are more comfortable, is all. So if you really do just wear, like, comfortable clothes in the daytime, like, you know, gym shorts and you know, a t-shirt, then I think it's absolutely no problem. Plus, women take their bra off, I guess, to go to sleep. Most of them do, anyways. I don't, and that's another reason to get like redressed for bed. But there's like, I don't understand people who work out after work. That's actually something that I've thought about a lot. Like that my mom does. I know it sounds weird, but like, they'll go to work in their work clothes because they work in a very standard environment where you have to go in with like a suit or like a dress or like whatever. Yeah. And you come back home and then you get dressed in like your normal clothes. But if you want to work out, then you have to get dressed in your workout clothes too. And then you go home and take another shower when you already showered in the morning. That stuff has always boggled my mind a little bit.
It's like wasting water. It's ridiculous.
It's a waste of water.
You think water grows on trees?
It's not good for your skin or your hair. And it's too many sets of clothes. It's too many.
I guess that's why people have gym bags and stuff. I mean, I guess I've never really thought about that either. Because for me, it would be like, all right, short and t-shirts. I was already wearing this. Let's work out now.
Like, as someone who is a night showerer, by the way, like, I still have those moments after I shower. Like, I shower, I go to sleep, I wake up, my hair looks fantastic, and I don't want to work out, even though it's the only time I have to work out, like in the morning or something like that. Like, I don't want to mess this up. It looks so great. So I can't imagine what it's like for people who like shower in the morning and then when they come home have to do it again. Like, that just sounds really annoying. Oh, what about our hygiene practices? Good stuff.
I have things I want to pick apart about this, but the game is afoot, and we have an oracle coming out of MaNa. Now, it's worth noting, MaNa has actually had some pretty reasonable success against Koreans, generally speaking. Obviously, big notability in things like killing Zest. But when it comes to Koreans coming to the European server, usually latency is a little bit favorable, sure. But, oh no! The element of the random Widowmine! He forgot the Korean Terrans don't have logical Widowmine placements! And this one caught the oracle so sick and so nice.
You know how many times I thought about doing this and then just place him in the wrong position? Like...
Actually,
it always looks so random.
I'm trying to remember. I think it was aLive. Didn't he do this recently? But he had a Reaper. Oh, you weren't here for that. That's right. You went AFK or something. But he did like similar positioning.
Oh yeah.
But he used a Reaper to bait out the hit, so the Oracle would like come back and like get killed by the Widowmine.
When my light bulbs blew out. Yeah, I missed that. That's so cool. And then yeah, I guess you can just walk the Widowmine forward. So it's still not a Widowmine draw, but I mean, he gets an adept.
It's a double kill. It's more bang for his buck. It's cool. And of course, this other Oracle's going to have to come in and now cast Revelation because there's no observers. This is so annoying, but so good because aLive with a single Widowmine has not just denied one Oracle, essentially denied another, and gotten 2 kills out of this. Like, this Oracle can't go across the map and kill anything. It's got no energy for it. Timings are off, and this was like a great start for aLive. One Widowmine just did God's work.
Yeah, it was a very good Widowmine. Very good Widowmine. Yeah. Already breaking down these rocks is a little weird to see, but he knows he has control. After all, he just killed an Adept, and he knows the third base is on the way. So the only thing he really has to worry about is 2 Adepts and maybe a Phoenix or 2, which these Marines could clean up. I don't think there's any more Widowmines, which is good news. It's only the one. Spoke too soon. 2 more on the way.
Confirm zombie grubs moves have less rights than slaves.
Excuse you.
So I don't know where that second cluster of Marines came from, by the way. This feels like they just materialized out of nowhere, but MaNa loses another Oracle and has been absolutely shut down here in the early game.
Man, I tried sleeping without a Pharao once. It just felt so uncomfortable.
I know we've discussed this before, but like for those who've never seen it, like there's a show called Community. I love this show, and on the show they got a monkey, and they named the monkey Annie's boobs, so they could always make jokes like, "I'm playing with Annie's boobs." They kind of like, I want to like free zombie cubs boobs.
It's a typical life for me, you know. I'm so oppressed because other women also don't understand. So it's a constant, you know, daily struggle.
It's okay,
much
dude.
as MaNa defending against Terran. This isn't gonna work.
Don't get me wrong, Phoenix of Depth, a fantastic composition, but this was like even it came at the front. Like everything here says this should have gone right for MaNa, except for like the one Widowmine really screwing him over in the early game, without applying any pressure to aLive whatsoever. aLive was free to just get upgrades and stim and countless Marines and not lose a single SCV, and things just snowballed. And it's so weird to consider that this is like straight up a butterfly effect off of like one single Widowmine.
It is. The lack of pressure is really what hurt here, because that's, you know, an extra 10 seconds that you have Resonant Glaives and +1 and another Warping of Adepts, or at the very least, more pylons to overcharge and
That was a
cannons.
really important pylon.
Yeah, I mean, MaNa is definitely dead, but I think nothing really happened in this game other than aLive's like coming forward and killing him, and it just can't feel like a very good game.
Like, it's funny because we've cast countless PvTs that look completely broken in the reverse. This might be the first time we've seen it look so ridiculously one-sided in the Terran's favor. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to call balance into question, guys. I'm just saying more often than not, we remember the games where the Adepts made us cry out in frustration. Never have I ever, in all of the, like, we've cast like hundreds of games this season alone, or I mean last season alone, and like, I don't think we ever saw a Terran game that clean and perfect out of a Terran player.
It really was. The next map's going to be Blood Boil.
Ugh.
I know.
Like, you know in movies they have that thing where like they'll say the name of a family that somebody hates and everybody from the opposite family just spits?
Sure.
Like the O'Doyles! Like, that's kind of how I feel about Blood Boil.
Yeah, Doyles. The Blood Boils.
Ah.
That's enough.
I'm proud because you tried to rhyme. I don't care how bad that was.
I mean, it wasn't like I was like, oh my god, guys, this rhymes. Hold on, let me set this up real quick.
This is the Ace oh my god emote. Oh my god, this rhymes!
It was more just like, oh, it's funny that you brought up the O'Doyles, and it kind of sounds like boils.
Mm. That's how rhyming goes, I suppose, in a nutshell.
Just saying, it wasn't like I was committed to it.
It's okay, I wasn't making fun, I was actually proud. By the way, we had another sub come back in, but we were busy being silly and discussing boobs and freedom, so we missed Osmonzos63, whose name I'm probably pronouncing wrong, but thank you nonetheless for your 10 months of dedication and service. Oh, this is weird. I just realized this overlay comes like with the scores pre-toggled, so I keep like turning them off by accident.
Oh, and suddenly I'm intrigued to install it.
Yeah, like I don't have to press an extra button at the start of the game. That's phenomenal.
Wah!
But alright, it was his map pick, because it is loser's choice in the Corsair Cup, and he had a rough start, but we'll see how he does here in Game 2. In the top left is going to be Team Liquid's Blue Protoss, MaNa.
In the bottom right is the Red Terran. He is alive.
I don't get it. Why are people talking about Artosis in chat? He's not even here, and this is definitely not GSL.
I mean, I saw someone call it a Rifkin drop pylon.
Shut the fuck up. Sorry, excuse me. I don't know where that came from. Wow.
If you Rifkin drop versus Todd, I will just...
That's like a knee-jerk reaction. Like, I didn't even mean to say that, like, legitimately.
That's the only time it'll really just be cemented in esports, is if you do it in the esports caster tournament. You can't mess up a single drop in that tournament. Ever.
Or just
don't drop. It'll be so much safer.
Or it's just, well, that's why I play mech. This goes back to why I don't understand why
God.
Rifkin drop is a thing, because I never drop, I never play.
I honestly don't remember either. I feel like you did do some like questionable drop in like a 2v2 or something, but I can't even remember what it was. So, yeah. Yep.
I lose more lives dropping than Zombie Grub in a mall with children.
Well, it's supposed to be not.
Allegedly.
Yeah, there you go. Allegedly. There you go. Someone is accusing me of holding up the show because of me not killing children. But I wouldn't have held up the show. I do it at my own time. You do it off stream, off camera. Allegedly.
It's important to keep that asterisk in there.
I swear to God, if one day I'm like in like court 10 years from now because
You're
I
like-
was in the area of a kidnapping.
Oh no, I would love it if you were like running for Senate. You've gotten the political bug in you, and something comes up and like, there's a lot of mass media attention from the year of 2016 to 17. You were reportedly maybe killing children. Senator, do you care to comment? And then you'll say,
God.
I was not killing children. Everyone will gasp.
I will say, Rifkin, is that you? Excuse you. No, it's funny.
Yes, it was. Thanks for pointing that out. I do
Thank
want to
you.
point out a little bit about the map real quick, though, because Blood Bowl hasn't actually been seen all that much. So if you've not been playing ladder, you might not know what's up with it. And this is a map that is whatever for a layout. I actually don't mind the layout of this map. The problem is, though, it comes with very reduced gas counts, both through this base as well as this base. So, yes, you've got an okay natural, but this natural to take it has actually two entrances, one of which you can knock down some rocks and maybe make this more or less dangerous in the early game, depending on your customization of the base. But there's definitely holes, weaknesses, and things that aren't here on other maps.
There's a lot of reasons why I don't like this map. And one of them is the map layout, sure, but I just really don't like the
Aesthetics.
aesthetics. So, I mean, and also the minerals and the gas, for sure. I'm just saying, everything about this bothers me. And there's like, I don't even play on it that often because I think everyone else vetoes it too. I don't really like it. So it was surprising when MaNa just straight up chose it. And I guess he specifically had in mind to proxy a robo.
Zombie Grove.
Yeah?
You're correct in that statement. And anyone watching the VOD on YouTube won't understand why I'm upset with you right now. So, apologies, YouTubers.
They couldn't not do it. Someone was commenting that it looks like you're covering your eyes. If only there was an emote to do the allegedly thing. I mean, I'd have have it coming to me. This Oracle's having a tough time. A bad day.
Not as bad as that last game, though. And, of course, with the proxy down here to the south, it's going to get a little bit worse because the Oracle is at best like a distraction. I love the idea of the Immortal, and I love that, even if these rocks are knocked down, you can actually tear through them pretty quick with an Immortal. Also, today I learned you don't see those through the Fog of War. That actually looks really weird.
A little bit.
Oh my god. Okay, you know what? Whatever for the Rifkin drop. We should have the Corsair Cup. And the goal is to free Zombie Grub's boobs.
What would I even do? There's nothing we could do to take advantage of that. I could take my bra off underneath my shirt, maybe, without breaking any Twitch rules.
I can't remember. There's a streamer who did this. She was like, I'm going to, maybe it's Firefox. I can't remember. Basically, it said, I'm gonna take my top off at like X amount of subs or views or something. And she just went off camera to do it.
Yeah, of course. If I
Okay.
could do something, I would.
I'm just saying, we can make it happen. Well, we're doing the superbly. All right, the Immortals should be able to break through these rocks pretty easily. MaNa also scouted with the Oracle to see that the rocks were knocked down. But I'm wondering if aLive, like, for MaNa, obviously he could bust through the front if he wanted to, if there's a bunker or depot, whatever. But he's not. He's probably going to bust through these back rocks as well. Like we see, it's really not going to take much time at all.
No, but it is extra time, and I already think that because aLive got away with a early CC and a 3 racks, that he's gonna have enough to deal with this. The force field to make things complicated, for sure.
Oh, wow, I didn't even consider that. 2 force fields cuts out the entire army.
Oh yeah, if he gets to the ramp. But he sees it coming, moving his army.
Oh, yeah, he's actually... How does the command center have vision on that?
I don't know, but that's the only, I assumed.
Forces are still going to be a problem, though, because, I mean, this is an army that's not very well upgraded. Combat Shields isn't done. He's picking up and scooping units with the War Prism to keep it alive. The sentries kept in the back. Immortals staying alive long as they can. But this is still maybe not enough, question mark?
It's definitely not enough. He loses SCVs, but, not enough to really be that bad. In fact, only down 3.
Ooh.
MaNa has a Nexus, but is some very important robos on the other side of the map.
No, the fight's not over here
Well,
just
dangerous.
yet.
This is super dangerous. I guess there's a bit of extra here.
MaNa, of course, has very good Warp Prism micro, so it's very, very important that he keeps these units alive. Otherwise, this game would already be over. I mean, as much as we might be talking about the off-server element to this, aLive is still just a absolutely top-tier player, so no mistakes are afforded here from MaNa. This is another choke, though, where Force Fields might work to his advantage.
Yeah.
Guardian Shield's going to help a ton, too.
I'm surprised that aLive is trying to force the issue especially twice. You know, the second time going down that choke was very suspicious.
MaNa's actually got to be careful. I didn't even consider that. There's 2 different ramps for high ground vision he's going to have to deal with.
Yeah. aLive should never have enough army really to come from the north. I mean, 4 Marines not an army, okay, but point is, he would have to worry about one side, but he had to use Guardian Shield instead of Force Fields, and his army just gets slaughtered, and now aLive can confidently push through the choke, especially with the Medivacs.
I love this sort of rally he's doing with the Immortals to bring them back, because he couldn't pick them all up in the same Warp Prism, obviously, but it's still not going to be enough. And MaNa, I really like these moves, and I like the idea for the positioning on this map, but as we can see here, he's just barely pushing through. So, oh my god, these 2 Immortals can totally kill the Marauders with perfect micro, but that's asking a lot.
Yeah.
That's asking a lot.
Perfect, but aLive's taking it seriously, plus there was another Warp in about ready to go, so he just packs it up and goes, letting units run here, though, that's a mistake. They do die. I mean, really, the only thing that could end in aLive's loss is him overcommitting. But it's going to be really hard to truly overcommit. Even if he lost everything, his Medivacs would have survived, and he would have had, at most, lift the natural and buy some time. I think it's the Observer, no high ground vision. I think it's the Warp Prism to come over. +1 armor's about to finish as well. 2 more Widow Mines.
Oh, you know what? I didn't consider how much of a problem the Widow Mine's going to be. There's no detection. He can't really... He's getting the Observer now? Oh, there's no anti-air either. This Liberator can't be stopped.
Yeah, Liberator, pretty good choice. Yeah, this is going to be it. Immortals Barrier taking out a lot of those last few Marauders, but they got no protection.
GG. Live with 2-0. Sends himself sailing right into the semifinals, where he'll wait for the winner of the Laser or Lily Canine. Maybe we can catch... Well, we're definitely going to try and catch like Game 2 or Game 3 of any of these other series, though, because all of them lead towards the semifinals. So, I feel like I've fallen down my chair. One sec, guys.
Can you get up?
No, I've fallen and I can't get up. Send help. This porridge is just right. Something like that. We're going to go to commercials. We'll let you guys know what's going on when we get back. Thanks for watching. More of the Corsair Cup. See you soon.